Thank you. Why did I move? Higher income, lower taxes. Um, it is calm and peaceful. It's a beautiful spot. Higher income, lower taxes. Weather's beautiful 90% of the year. House hunting is going not the best, unfortunately, but it's fine. Oh, Lauren, thank you for asking. She does competitive gymnastics. She has another competition this Friday. We're driving to Georgia. It's her last one until Florida State Championships in April. She did good. I think it depends on who's there at the time, like what gyms are there, because some gyms are like phenomenal gyms, and she kind of gets wiped off the leaderboard. Another time she's on the leaderboard, so it just depends. I love your accent. Thank you, Michael. How? I want to move so badly, there's just no way that they would let us in. What do you mean there's no way they'd let you in? It's a visa. You have to have a visa, a sponsorship of some kind, whether it's family sponsorship, whether it's a work sponsorship, whether it's a particular job. Your job can be linked to a specific visa if you have a certain job type that they want out here and stuff like that. Hi Maggie, it's going to be a nice Sunday today. It's going to be so nice. Are you having to move now? We don't know. What about Ice Zara? We don't know if we have to move from this house yet. We are waiting for the owners to decide what they're going to do. Originally it was going to be selling, and now they are looking at long-term rental because the market's not great for houses right now. So house prices are kind of down, and I think what they're going to plan to do, this is how my brain works, right? I think they're going to offer long-term rent, which we're not doing. Long-term rent, no. We want to buy, we want to own, I'm not waiting more time to own my own home. I've been waiting. I've never owned a house. So I want to renovate. I want to do things to my house. I'm not waiting another 3 years to do something, you know. Did you live in Florida at any point before you moved here? No. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I haven't done my shares out. I meant to share it with people. I forgot to do my shares. Where's my beanie? I don't need it today because it's nice. Good morning from Kansas. Hi, Zachariah. Hi, History. Hi. I love meeting new people on live streams. Hello. We are in South Jacksonville. How did you find a job to move? I didn't find a job. We came over on family sponsorship visas, IR1 and IR2s. My husband found a job when he was in country. If you want to, I know that on, what's that website called? Indeed.com, the American version of Indeed.com, there's a button there that you can click for jobs that include visas. Hi, Orlando. Thank you. Morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So if you haven't found me on the other platform, go do. Morning, lovely. Hello from Bournemouth. It's miserable weather. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Good morning from a nice snowy Connecticut. Did you visit Florida before you moved? Yes, we were here as part of our honeymoon. We drove from LA to New York. Did I have a friend called Sam? Me? Last name? What's the temperature there currently? I think it's 15 degrees right now, Celsius. But then this bad boy's out. I think we're going to have highs of 20 something today. It's expensive to move to America. Colby, it cost us £14,500 to move from the UK to the US with a family of 4 and 3 dogs. It would have been £9,500 if we didn't have dogs. You planned this for a while. Did anything surprise you, good and bad? Yeah, we planned this for about 4.5 years. Nothing bad. No, all exactly what we thought and better. Holden rings a bell. Izzy, I couldn't take me and names. I am horrific with names. What about the house? Well, the house is not a part of moving to another country, in my eyes. That includes hotel stays and car rentals. visas, flights, dogs, all that kind of stuff. The house, it depends on what you have. The house depends on what you want, whether you want a 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, 4 bed, 5 bed, whether you want a pool, whether you want to be on water, whether you want to be in the city, in an apartment. It all depends. It's been too long, so you can't put how long you've been there now. Well, I can. If I wanted to, I could put it up there. But I choose to have a little wee banner instead. The view is so beautiful. I'm so jealous. It is. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Thank you, Ashley. I bet you smell like lavender. No. I have to ask my husband what I smell like. Try Maine during the summer. What's Maine like in the summer? Hi from Tampa, Florida. Hi from Detroit. Am I wearing shoes? No. I'm either moving to LA or Florida, but I can't decide. Ooh, that's a very big choice. California or Florida, other sides of the country, very different life, some similar lifestyles, different cost of living as well. It is more expensive. The tax rate is higher in California than it is over here in Florida. £14,500 to move, Tony. It would have been £9,500 if we didn't have the doggies. Teresa, the birds are always here. There's no woodpecker here this morning though. Easy, I'm not sure, darling. I'd have to see a picture. Hi from Germany. Yay, Florida, I choose. That's what we chose. We're in South Jacksonville. Have I had issues with the ice? No, I don't. Why would I? Is the big question. Did you have a job before you moved? No. My husband was still employed by the British military, which did help us because it meant that he had some funds coming in. While we were out here, because he was... No, it's not because of my skin colour. That is not the reason why ICE is not interested in me. That's the... Hey! Hoboken homies. That's who I thought it was. I recognise your picture. I was like, you guys are from Hoboken. You're on your account. Hello! How you guys doing? I love watching you guys. In thingy. Welcome to New York City. Welcome to America. Thank you. Good morning, Sergeant Bill. I still haven't had a full English breakfast. Jacksonville's barely Florida. You need to move out of Jacksonville. I'm in South Jacksonville. I'm in the suburbs, and it is Florida. It costs us $1,800 to bring a dog and a cat back from Scotland. It costs us $5,000 to bring 3 chihuahuas from the UK to the US. Are you in war? Nope. Good afternoon from Ireland. Hello. TC. Dry or humidity, natural disasters, earthquakes versus hurricanes or wildfires. That's my thoughts from California or Florida. Good afternoon from Ireland. Hello. If you're new here, by the way, hi, my name is Emily. It's nice to meet you. I go live every day. I talk about our lives. I answer questions. I post videos every day. I just posted something that I don't like about America. Those videos always tend to do a little crazy because everyone's like, oh, you don't like something? It's like, yes, it's minimal though. I moved to South Jacksonville and I like it so far. Yay! What's your dog's names? I have 2 called Lola and Casey. One of mine's called Lola as well. And then we had a girl and I was like, I wanted to call her Lola or Lily, and then I couldn't because we call our dog Lola and Lily. So I've got a Lola, I've got a Joey and a Jessie. They're all named. So Lola was the only one that was an original name, and then we had Joey and Jessie. Joey is, honestly, you're gonna laugh. Joey's named after my husband had a pet rat when I met him. He was in a pet store and it had been like abandoned and it needed rehoming, and he rehomed it. And it was Joey, and he was part of our like early dating relationship. Little rat Joey. So we called our dog Joey. And then Jessie, little tiny chihuahua, she's named after my childhood dog. Well, teenage life dog. Rob, thank you for the rose. I'm going to move to Florida with my boyfriend in a few years. Yay! What made you want to move to America? Higher income, lower taxes, better weather, better quality of life. In a nutshell. There's a lot more to it. Oh, sorry. Get my little dose of vitamin D. Have I met any other Brits in Florida? There's 2 in my neighborhood. They've been here for a while. They've been here for like 20 years. Hi from Kissimmee. My mother lives in Springfield, Florida. Hi. California says hello. Hello. Just curious, square footage you had in England versus the Florida. Oh, okay. The square footage of my British Army rented accommodation was between 1,000 and 1,100 square foot. My house here is 2,980. What about healthcare? Does it not just make up for the lower taxes? I would say the amount that we pay directly towards the NHS goes towards our healthcare. It still costs more, but the higher income and the lower taxes does not equate. Crystal, we still have more money left over than we would based on the tax levels, if that makes sense. It's not just the fact that taxes are lower is why we have more money in our pockets. It's because income is also higher here. Hi from Mandarin. It's 15 degrees. How much did it cost? £14,500 to move from the UK to the US. Why Jacksonville is barely Florida? Like, why Jacksonville? Okay, we don't live in the city. We live in the suburbs, the suburban life. We picked this area particularly because of the school district. We were close enough to the city to experience NFL games, baseball games, anything happening in the city, but also far enough to not have to deal with city crime, let's be real. And then close-ish to the beach without being too close to the beach, you know? Did you sell up in the UK? We did own a house in the UK. How warm is it? It's lovely. What's the cost of private healthcare in the UK? Don't know. Couldn't tell you. But people in England shouldn't have to pay private healthcare if they're already paying their taxes. Hoboken Homies, thank you for reposting. I love your lives, you're so positive. Sarah, thank you. Trush, hey Trush. The total cost for the move, £14,500. Plans for today? Honestly, chill. Why don't you sound British? Do I not sound British? Have I been to Tampa? I have been to Tampa. Lol, thank you for the follow. How do pensions work? Do you lose your UK pensions? No. I've paid into my UK pension since I was 17. I will get my pension when I become pension age. I haven't put in the full amount. You have to, is it 30 years or 35 years you have to work? I want to say 30. You literally have to go private now if you want to be seen within a week and not wanting to wait months. Yes, same with private. Same with the wait lists to see a specialist. I know, Maggie, I don't. Guess what? I'm 29, so I'm making a 30 before 30 list. Ooh, Edward, what are you putting on your list? Hi, Addie. I hope England recovers its culture, says Flourishing Floridian. I think it depends on it all depends on where you live. Are the taxes cheap? Yes. How much did it cost for you to move? £14,500. From the UK to the US, it would have been £9,500 if the dogs were not included. Have I been to Disney since I moved? No. What's the breakdown of cost? I have a video on that, Layla, on my page, but you're looking at roughly £5,000 for the dogs. Roughly £1,700 was the flights for us. The visas were about £3,500. That's what I can remember off the top of my head. I do have a video about it on my page. Going to Europe's on your list. Yay! Jacksonville is South Georgia. That's what people have said for years, and they're correct. Hey, well, then I live in South Georgia. Are the people genuinely nice? Yes. People are friendlier here than I experienced back in the UK. How long does my visa last? My visa, I'm very lucky. I am a dual citizen. So my visa is forever because I have an American passport, which I'm very lucky about. If anyone doesn't know me, I was born in Seattle, Washington, and I moved to England when I was 7 years old with my British mother. Parents separated, then divorced, so I lived in England for my whole life. Is the heat unbearable? Oh, is the heat bearable? Yes. I have air conditioning in my house. Okay. Job hunting for Brits in Florida, please. My husband, Molly, went on to Indeed. He found a job and got the job within 10 days. He also went to 2 job fairs as well, just to get an idea of, because we didn't really know what he wanted to do. Been in Europe already, next stop England. Yay. Yo, it's the lady who says bottle of water. How much is my house? To buy this house is £400,000, $560-ish thousand dollars. But we're renting. Hi from Kentucky. What does he do for work? My husband is a ex-British military bomb disposal. He now works in a teaching capacity for private companies. My boyfriend is in the Marines and we're moving to Pensacola with him. Molly! How exciting. Hi Faith, good morning. I went to Europe 3 times before I was 20. Awesome. Where'd you go? Europe is huge. When people just say, I've been to Europe, only Americans say that, I find. In England, you don't say, I've been to Europe. You say, I went to Germany, France, Italy, Spain. Or why Americans say Europe, I don't know. Does it rain often? In the summer months, yeah, absolutely. I'm 17 in the UK and I want to move to Florida. What do I recommend you do? Go to America and find a future wife. It's probably the easiest route. How do you find we like living in the US? We love it. It is the best thing we ever did. We've been here for almost 8 months. I'm live on YouTube as well. YouTube's here, TikTok's here. I'm going to have to scooch forward because the sun is encroaching on my eyeballs and it's going to blind me. I went to Italy, France, and England. Cool. Hi from Australia. If born in Seattle, how long to gain the British accent, and do you think you will lose it? I don't think I'll lose it. Unfortunately, I think I can't believe it's been 8 months. I was horrifically bullied once I arrived in America once I arrived in England from the US when I was 7 years old. My accent was the reason that I was bullied relentlessly, physically, emotionally, all of that, at age 7, which took its toll on me. And I feel like maybe that is also why I quickly lost my accent, because of the bullying. So I couldn't tell you exactly when my accent changed, but I imagine it was probably reasonably sharpish. No way, you have an accent being in America since... No, being in England since 7. I was in England. I moved from America to England. I don't sound like a Kiwi. It's the completely different accent. I grew up in Berkshire first, but we kind of moved around a lot. My parents kind of kept coming back together and splitting, and then I lived with my grandparents, and then we settled in Berkshire, went to school in Newbury. I was born in Seattle, Washington. My dad is American, my mum is English. I moved to England when I was 7, and then I was raised by my British family from age 7. I have not been to Birmingham. No. Do I have a relationship with my father-in-law? I do. My husband's dad is lovely. Is it shorts and t-shirt weather in the winter? Sometimes. It depends on the winter day. You've been to Vatican City? That's cool. Go Gators. Before 7, where did I live? Seattle, Washington. We're in northeast Florida, South Jacksonville. Thank you for the share, Poppy. Do I have a relationship with my father? No. How hot is it there? It's going to be in the 20s today. I've not been to a college football game. No, I've been to an NFL football game and a high school football game, but not a college one yet. Does anyone not understand your accent? Sometimes when I'm at the Taco Bell drive-thru, they struggle. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just the intercom system they have there. I will check out a college football game. How to move legally, ? Visas. I moved from the UK to Dubai, regretting all my life choices right now. Oh no, Adam. Sorry to hear that. I have an original photo of the Romanian... Hi, Abby. The Roman Colosseum from 1880. That's dope. That's cool, man. That is so cool. I love... I've been to the Colosseum twice. I've been to Pompeii twice. I climbed Mount Vesuvius twice. Has my mental health improved since moving? Yes. Was an expensive process to move. $14,500 in total, including dogs. That's really cool. I don't know. Flourishing Floridian on YouTube is asking what's wrong with Dubai. Whoever said that they were regretting what they did. Look, people are talking to each other through me on 2 platforms. I love it. How long was the moving process like from the first decision to living there? 4.5 years. We did not have money to just move. We had to save. Save. We did not sell a house. We did not have a house in the UK to sell. So we came over pretty much from scratch. We've lived here for almost 8 months. It's been 7.5 months. That's really cool. I don't think you can send photos on YouTube, can you? There's no chat system on YouTube like there is on TikTok. Well, if you go onto TikTok, send me a photo of that photo. That'd be so cool. Do my kids like it better? Yes, they do. We are renting at the moment. I part-time content create. My husband works away. Oh, it scared me. That was a knocking like on a window. It freaked me out. It was my kids inside the house. Do you have kids? Yes, they've loved every single moment of it. Goofy goober. Socks today. That startled me, everybody. What am I paying for healthcare? Oh. So to give you a comparison, right? Last year, $570 a month for good insurance. That was based on income, and that was based on a $90,000 a year income last year for 2025. This year, $1,700 a month. But as of April, my husband now gets it with his job, and it drops down to $1,300. $1,250, I think it is a month. Yeah, a month. But it's better healthcare now. The healthcare we had before from the marketplace was pretty bad. Is your husband able to get US citizenship since you're married? Yes, he is. He's on a 10-year visa, and then in 3 years he can apply for his citizenship. That's okay if you wouldn't do it, KG man. That's fine. Well, the NHS doesn't bless everyone. Let's be realistic. The NHS is great for emergency care. It is not good for general stuff. My mum was waiting 15 months to see a gynecologist. My son was waiting 16 months to see an ear, nose and throat specialist, both of which can be seen within a week or 2 out here. So it all depends on what your job is, what your income is, what healthcare you have. Some people will be paying hardly anything for healthcare. Some people will be paying a lot for healthcare. It depends massively. That is the one main negative, I would say, of the States is the healthcare system. But then England is the same. They are good and bad in different ways. That's okay if you wouldn't move to the US. That's fine. I'm proud of moving to the US because it has benefited my family, my family's life, my family's future. If you don't think it would benefit you, then don't move here because obviously it wouldn't work for you. It doesn't, not for everyone. Not everything's going to work for everyone. They benefited enormously, but I'm not going to keep talking to you about it because you're just here in a fake account, and I'm not going to discuss things more because it's just our house is cheaper than in England. How much was your house in Florida? How much was your house in Florida? We haven't bought it, we're renting, but to buy this house is £400,000, 3,000 square foot, A-rated neighborhood, A-rated school district. Well, the benefits of you living from the UK to the US: higher income, lower taxes, better quality of life, better weather, access to, due to the higher income, access to living in a wonderful area, a incredible school that my kids go to. My kids can do competitive gymnastics. They can do sports out here that they can't do back in the UK. There's a whole plethora of things. Haven't seen in a while. How long is it now? Almost 8 months. Yeah, Llama hometown. I have a very high majority of British followers. That is why I will often... The people who are asking about the difference in costs are the ones who are from England. Our house is cheap. Oh, I've done that one already. What do you think some of the things to consider before committing to move to the US from the UK? Savings. you need to have your savings down, you need to have job plans, you need to have done a lot of research into where you want to go. Morning, Kiefer, how are you? Do you still come back to the UK to see your mum? We've only been here for 8 months. Corey, thank you. So we haven't gone back to the UK. We are ex-military. We have spent our entire military relationship, our entire marriage, and having young babies traveling. In Germany, we would travel back to England 2 to 3 times a year. So it is now the time we feel we've earned that time now. If they would like to come visit us, we have a nice big house here. They can come and stay. They have their own room. We are a holiday destination now. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? I love that you're all talking to each other, though. You're funny. Unfortunately, there's always going to be negative ninnies, as my nanny would used to say. How much does it cost a month? It entirely depends on where you live. Our outgoings, based on the fact that my kids are very heavy into sports as well, is about $7,000 a month. It took you 4 years to save 4,000, huh? Chasing the sun, no? Where I don't know where the 4,000 came from. Is cost of living lower in the UK? Yes. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home. Does the UK pay yearly income tax like we do? Yeah, you pay it in your tax. Yeah. So income tax in England is 20%. And then once you hit about £50,000 a year, you then pay 40% tax on everything above 50,000. Oops. And then I think you pay 50% tax if it's above 100,000 or something like that. Lovely to see people living their dream. Thank you. Lots of people say that the USA feels a lot larger everywhere. Have you found this too? Absolutely. America is just, it's just, everything's bigger. I love your sweater. Thank you. Are you worried about your kids being bullied? No. Do you know what's funny? As I said earlier, I was bullied relentlessly moving from the US to the UK when I was 7 years old. My kids have been nothing but loved. It's amazing. Where would you go abroad on holiday now? I don't need to. I live in a holiday destination. I can go to the Bahamas, a couple hours and I'll be in the Bahamas. And I have the entire of the incredible United States to travel. Why did we move here? Higher income, lower taxes, better quality of life, better weather 90% of the year. Hi, Honesty Truth. We are all very good. Thank you. Bobby, thank you. I'm trying to catch you. There's a lot of comments. 268 of you right now over on TikTok. Hey. How are you? 40%, that's theft. No wonder we broke away from England, says Real Empty. Isn't it gross? But what's funny though, what's not funny, is England also taxes you on your pension. Doesn't happen in Florida. The UK taxes you has, what's it called? When you pass away, everything that you've left behind, a portion of it is not taxed depending on your situation, but then they'll tax the rest. Inheritance tax doesn't exist here in Florida. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Florida is the capital for cruises. There's 100 cruises that you can do out of Florida. Ooh, bong water. I've never been on a cruise. Are the houses more expensive? No. Thank you for the follow. How much percentage for tax? It depends. The tax system starts out here, I think, at 10%. Oh, also in England, you also have council tax. Why Florida? Weather. Weather, higher income, lower taxes, beautiful quality of life. That's the same as the US. Only very wealthy people pay inheritance tax. Well, I wouldn't consider an average person in America, in England, being wealthy. Now, remind me, there's a certain amount that you don't pay tax on. I want to say it's like the first 250,000 of your house worth or something like that, of your estate, your whole estate. Oh, no TV license as well. TV license always makes people laugh. 325,000. Okay. What's the average price of a home in England? Probably that. Can I claim my UK state pension? I absolutely can. I've paid into it for 20 years, so I can absolutely do that. Pre-order GTA 6. Is it available for pre-order? I am a content creator part-time. That's what I do. Dog license, fishing license. The list goes on. How do you find the food shopping now, as a US food is mostly in bulk? No, it's not. No, misconception. That's just Costco. We have Aldi here, people. It's not all bulk. You buy completely. I buy and shop the same way I did in the UK. The only difference is that I use Costco more because a Costco is down the road instead of being an hour and 40 minutes away from my house in the UK. You can jump on a ferry and take a day trip to the Bahamas for $100. Stop it, chasing the sun. Where? Where do I go from? I want to do it now. Do you feel like your accent's changing? I don't think so. Is driving quite different? Yes. UK pays more taxes and gets a lot more for it. Oh, I disagree entirely. The amount of tax difference that is paid between the UK and Florida, and what's the difference? In reality, if you take out the healthcare system, okay? If you move out healthcare from it, you look at the roads. The roads here in Florida are way better than the roads back in the UK. I watched your live for 400 minutes. Jojo! Have I met any celebrities? Here? No. Back in the UK I did. A 3,000 square foot home in Fairfield CT would cost you about $2 million and more for new build. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yes, Teardom. The 325,000 inheritance tax limit includes everything. It's your whole estate, isn't it? No potholes! What's the TV thing you're talking about? Oh, TV tax. Costco's good for bulk if you need 5-gallon bucket of mayo. Costco actually has some of the best travel deals on cruises and other things, which is crazy. Ooh, I didn't know that. Honestly, I've not looked. I thought Brits could no longer move there. Why? How did we decide to move our family from Florida? How did we decide? We just did one day. And then we spent... I hear the woodpecker now. She's over there somewhere. And then we just spent the next 4.5 years putting money away and working hard. UK gets healthcare. That's not nothing. I pay $15,000 a year for healthcare. Are you talking about... Are you an American saying you pay $15,000 a year for healthcare? I would be very curious to know how much you probably pay towards the UK for directly towards the NHS from your taxes and your national insurance. We paid back in the UK about £450 every single month directly from our taxes and our national insurance to the NHS, which is what? 500 times 12. 6 grand? So almost half of your American healthcare bill we would pay directly towards the NHS. So I pay double, but I get better healthcare. And I don't wait 15 months to see specialists if I need to. Hi from Florida. We've been here for almost 8 months. Is USA better than England for life and weather? In our opinion, yes. How much was it? £14,500 to move from the UK to the US. And if you haven't already, by the way, please make sure you're subscribing on our YouTube. I have a man, yes. And make sure you're subscribing over here. Dexter, thank you for the repost. I have not had one of these before. Polly! There's a guy that I watch on here, if you've not seen him, called Fronk, F-R-O-N-K on TikTok. I love that man. He does a live show like for 1 hour in the lunchtime, I think, and 1 hour in the evening. And he gets that on his all the time, and it cracks me up so much. If you've not seen Fronk, he's the most hilarious human being, and I would love to meet him. Love to. Hi from Arkansas. How's the house hunting coming on? It's okay. Um, I'm waiting for something to come. You've seen Frank? We're waiting for something to pop out to us. You know, I've got my realtors looking at houses for us and emailing us every day. So just have to wait and see. Am I allowed to work on my visa? Yes. Have you compared the poisons that are allowed in our food compared to the US? I haven't compared it, but I am very aware, especially of the dyes. And I avoid them. You can avoid lots of things in America by just shopping around. That's why you sent it. Bobby! How do you know I love him so much? Why did we move? For a better quality of life. Pretty much. In a nutshell. No more run-ins with the police. No. I'm a one and done kind of person. 70,000 Brits have moved to America. Oh my goodness, Jeff. Since when? I mean, I'm not surprised. So glad to have positive people like you moving here. Thank you. Do your kids enjoy Florida more? Oh, what? Hang on. Bobby. Oh, where's my crown? That was a firework. Who's doing fireworks? Crystal! This is Crystal's crown. Crystal's crown. Why do you not have a relationship with your father? That's not really for TikTok or YouTube. Is Florida good for like jobs and things, and does it have better houses? Better houses, yes. What about the G-Wens? What about them, Lily? I have not had my eyes on them out in public once. In 8 months almost. I hear Poe. Is TikTok my job? It's my part-time job, yes. We're in South Jacksonville. Hi, Mama Two. What time is it? It is 9:39. Why am I scaring you? Is it true all Americans have walk-in closets? We do. Not, I wouldn't say all houses, but I would say it's a very common thing here. I found some nice houses on the Emerald Coast about 10 minutes from the beach for $360K. Nice. Am I in Pensacola? No. South Jacksonville. You look beautiful. Thank you, Purple. Have you found your forever home? No, Jen, we haven't. It's frustrating. I live in a GUN loving state and I don't see them at all in public either, unless they're for sale. Yeah. I think this misconception of British people, A, thinking that we live in Wild Wild West. We don't. And B, that they're everywhere and you see them all the time. No, you don't. People don't have them over their backs. That's not real life. Do I like the sports out here? Yes. Have I checked out Night of Lights? I have. Is it cheaper to build? I don't know. I've not looked at the cost for builds. I think the rentals, I know Mama too, but I just don't know if we're going to get this rental. I don't know what the owners are going to do. I would like to buy this house. The owners are aware that we would like to buy it. They are deciding whether or not they want to sell because the market isn't that great at the minute. So, or they're going to long-term rent to somebody. I mean, if that happens, that would suck because I'm not going to rent it for long-term. I want to edit my house. Did you look at other areas of America before deciding on where you are? No, Florida was always the one. Florida was always the one that we wanted to move to, the state. Where in Florida depended on research, and the research brought us here. Good morning! Are the houses with pools in America the same price to buy as like a terraced house in the UK? Probably, Layla. It depends on where in the UK and where in Florida you are. I do have a house that I posted not long ago. The one that we are still umming and ahhing about. It's up for 500. They dropped it. It's up for $600,000 now, which is about 400 something thousand pounds, and it's a over 3,000 square foot, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom pool house. I am a part-time content creator. My husband is a ex-British military bomb disposal who now works in a teaching capacity out here. 2026 H1X. Do some research and let me know where those MASSSHOOTINGS are, and I would guarantee you the majority of them are in inner city or gang related, which would not affect the average person. At least the UK doesn't have ICE. Yeah, they do. The UK has an immigration service. Every country has an immigration service. Is the current house big enough? Oh yeah, definitely. I know. I love my palm tree. She's a beauty. She's my favourite. Where did we live in the UK? We lived in Saffron Walden in Essex for the last 7 years of my husband's British military career. You just don't hear about it. You don't hear about well, you do actually hear about the US Immigration Service, the UK Immigration Service a lot. Did not? You probably didn't hear the news a while ago that we put the men who came over on boats. We put them in a ferry ship thing, and then apparently we were sending them to Rwanda for a while. Everyone does crazy stuff. Tell them it needs updating and put a lower offer in. Of the 600,000 house, we have done that. $56 years old. I've never seen a gun shot in anger. 5 kids through school. They never did either. Violence is all localized. LJC4. That is what I hear from the majority of people. Morning, Louisa. Some were sent to Rwanda. That's what I thought. Yeah. So everyone has an immigration service. I don't know why the world... Just because we're not in the news at the minute. Everyone has one. Morning from Kansas. Hello. People, can we take the political chat out? If there's lots of forums that you can go to talk about all that stuff. This is just a family who moved from the UK to the US. Thanks. Sweet freckles, thank you. Good evening from Dubai. Great, another British person in the swamp. Is that do you not like British people living out here in Florida? Hope you have a great Sunday. Thank you, Nathan. I hope you do too. The weather's really nice today, Louisa. It is a lovely day. Is cannabis legal in the UK? No. No. Did I live in London? I have lived in London. What do you do about natural disasters? You prepare for them. How much planning did it take? 4.5 years, Kimmy. You prepare for natural disasters. If you ask any of my neighbours, if they're concerned about it, they'd look at me like, do you like the neighbourhood of the other house? Oh, Lindsay, the pool house. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not as good as this one. It's like the second down. Is that a lake behind me? No. It leads to a lake, though. Wow. Why are you so alone? Huh? Because I don't have my children on my lives? Do you miss anything about the UK? Apart from family and a bit of food? Not really. The World of Nations is going down in downtown Jacksonville today. Barry, what's that about? When I went to high school in Louisiana, I had classmates that had a pew rack in their pickup truck. Yeah, I imagine some states would have that. Country. In the country. Fly. Is there anything from the UK that you would bring to Florida? Some chocolates, please. Yes, and some British sausages. What was bad about the UK? That's always a question. Nothing was bad. The UK is a lovely place to live. If you want to live there, cool. I spent almost my entire life there. We find it better here. Did the UK have tolls? No. Maybe? I don't think so. We had like random tolls on bridges sometimes, didn't we, in the UK? Some of the big bridges have a thingy. What's that bridge that was down in the south? Oh my goodness, I used to cross it all the time to go to the police station, to go to the airport. Ah, it's gonna irritate me. Have I found locals to be friendly? Absolutely, Emily. Literally, the friendliest people I've ever come across is everyone here. Dartford Tunnel, thank you. The Dartford Bridge. Oh, the QE2 bridge as well. The Humber Bridge, correct, Tina. I forgot about that one. Bridges. Our bridges tend to have a toll. I imagine it keeps the bridge paid for. Would I go back to visit the UK? Maybe. Never say never. Howdy. Good evening, ma'am. I love your accent. Thank you. Do I have any other family here that I know? I do. I have my dad's side. They're over in California. I don't know where he is. So I think he's on my roof. Do my children like American schools? Yes, they prefer it enormously. Do you know why? The two... Crystal! Oh, the travel in the US! Thank you! Who can guess the two main reasons why my kids prefer school enormously here? I'm getting blinded again by the sun. I'm gonna scooch forward a smidge. Oh no, I just turned that. There we go. Oh, the birdies are here. The birdies are here. Two main reasons. Oh, no uniform. I didn't think of that. No uniform could be another one, yeah. Yes, there it is. There's one. Devon knows. Devon's here every day. She knows. One of the reasons that my kids love it out here is their classmates are well behaved. There's no disruption in class. There's no nasty little kids being nasty and rude and affecting all the other kids. That is one. Tina's got the other one. Tina's got the other. These are their top two reasons. They're lower class size. They have 17 children in their class instead of 30. 17. Chloe, thank you. What to do when the kids are on their break? I don't know. I'm going to go to the pool. I'm going to go to the beach. They're on break in, I think they have a week off in like 2 weeks time. You got 15 in their class in New Jersey, NJ. Renata, 13 England, yeah. Surprised to be about disruptive students. That's my son. My son was like, hey, do you know what, Mummy? There's something that I really do like. And I was like, well, what is that? He's like, well, because I asked him like what they like about it, how they're doing, how they're feeling about the school. And he says, well, there's no one's rude. No one disturbs the class. No one has to be sent out of the classroom. In England, it was a regular thing. We're in South Jacksonville. I'm in Rhode Island. My daughter has 22 in her class. I mean, that's still not bad. I'm curious, in other states, like, how much is it? No, they're not in private school. Living near a military base, the kids tend to be unruly. We lived, 50% of the kids were military children. That's not an excuse, though. My military children are well-behaved, polite. They don't shout out. They're not rude. They're not bullies. That I don't understand why that is. It is associated with military children, but I don't understand why. 32 kids in the classroom in the UK. Oh, wow. Central Illinois, 30 per class. Oh, that sucks. No, exactly, Jojo. It's not an excuse. I have no idea why. 34 in your class in England? What? First grade teacher in California, 25. Do you have like a teacher's helper when you have that many in your class? I'm old enough to remember getting spankings in class when I would act up. Oh dear. 39 in your class in the UK? I don't think that's true. That's probably illegal. I do too, Laura. The fact that they have 17 in their class, I love it. I love it so much. I really do. You like turtles. Magic Mike likes turtles. Who doesn't? Thank you, Scottish. Called me a queen. I've been in Perth nearly 38 years now, from Lincolnshire. Hey, yes, my husband's from Lincolnshire. Lincolnshire. It's little bit chilly now. I want to go in the sunshine, but I blind myself. And I won't be able to see. What are the school hours like? Very similar. Everything's about half an hour earlier. What parts of Florida are great for kids to live? Where we are right now, in South Jacksonville. Clay County, St. Johns County. There's lots of other places dotted around. For me, I focused on the A-rated school districts. From a website called niche.com, niche.com. Was great. Have I had any problems with the NHS? Have I had any problems with no NHS? No. I think there's only one charter school, and I think also we recently had a new school be built on the other side of where we are. I think maybe a year or two ago. So they split. So it was quite busy, and then there was a new school built. So we have two, I think. And what's also great is that it's mostly this local area that goes to the school, so everyone knows. Can I ask, having as many followers as you do is already worth the monetization? Followers doesn't actually equal views, because TikTok doesn't actually show your stuff to your followers very much. Why? I don't know. A charter school is like a private school, but it's free. We have one down here. Yeah, followers don't really mean a lot. They used to. I don't think they do anymore. I think it's just the dedicatedness of your followers, I think, and people watching your videos all the way through. Yeah, Jennifer, we're in Clay, so they are almost as good as St. John's. We looked at St. John's. St. John's, for my liking, was the houses were smaller, more modern, but smaller, and more tightly compacted. Crystal, thank you. Whereas I live in Clay. I also have an A-rated school and an 10 out of 10 rated school on Great Schools as well. And an A-rated neighborhood. I think it's A-star rated neighborhood, actually. And I have a bigger house and a bigger plot. And I prefer the layouts of the older homes than the new builds. My wife was a teacher at a high school in Jacksonville. Hey! Turtles make for great pets for kids. As soon as I see the nose ring, I think nothing of substance will be produced here. That's a shame. That is stereotypical view of life, which is a bit sad. Crystal, thank you. Any news on buying a house? No. Our house rental lease is up in July. So I'm moving the money around, ready for a house deposit. I'm in talks with a mortgage broker out here to get that side of the stuff sorted. I have a realtor. We're looking at houses every day. You've given your children a wonderful life. Thank you. Hey, host mum Florida. Fellow Brit in Clay. Oh, people are always judgmental about my nose ring. I don't know why. I wish you could buy the rent house you're in. Well, we want to. The owners know that we do want to buy this house. They're deciding whether or not they're going to buy it, or they're going to sell it, or they're going to long-term lease. So we should know. I mean, why they're making us wait till April and May, I don't know. Whether they're going to try and find someone. I am keeping an eye on it if this house is being marketed for rental, for long-term rental, because if it is, then I'll know their decision. So my realtor's keeping an eye on that as well. Yeah, the market, yeah, agreed. The market is not great. It's great for us at the minute, but it's not great for them. So I understand it from their perspective, but also we are a family. We do need to have time to prepare for stuff out here. I mean, it would suck if I can't find, it would suck so bad if they don't choose to sell it, and also we have to then, and we can't find a house we want to buy yet, and then we have to like rent. Unfortunately, I think most people are, and it's understandable. If you're selling a house, you want to sell it for the most that you can, you know. The current meme that signals low women's value is nose rings. Well, that's a shame. There is no war happening. We're fine. I love clay but hate blanding. Is that the main road you mean that goes through? I don't know. I haven't learned things. Curious on property taxes here. I think it's like 1% of the house's value. But property taxes in Florida are likely to be slashed a lot because that's coming into. Thank you, Crystal. Oh yeah, host mum. That road is. Yeah, the property taxes are going to be cut. You go to Florida next month? Yay! I need a page just for my nose ring, Louisa. Some people filter out tattoo people too. That's stupid. Property taxes are going somewhere. Sapalina, do you live in Florida? I don't know if you saw what our guy did. Likely to be slashed. They're gonna keep the, only have these, this and this. They're gonna keep the whatever state taxes go towards the schools, they're gonna keep those. World War III is not coming. We're all good. We're all good. Take a chill. What's the one thing you miss from the UK that you want to bring over to Florida? Sun? No joking. Wait, I meant that the other way around. Chocolate. I have no tattoos. No. One word to describe my morning. Tranquil. Gina. My husband would say the same thing. My granddad, I still have him in my back of my mind, who says that I should never have tattoos. He said it would ruin my perfectly beautiful self. So I have him in the back of my mind every time I think about having a tattoo. But I love them on people. I love them on men. Fully tattooed guy. Yep. My husband is developing his sleeve at the minute. We're in South Jacksonville. You find it hard to drive on the other side. I find that easy, but it still panics me though. Louisa, I love that. You're moving to Venice in a week? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Philip? No, I don't remember that. How long did it take? Oh, got you. How long did it take how long did the full process take? 4.5 years. Right, I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. If you haven't already, please press that follow button at the top of the screen. Go watch my latest video on TikTok. Watch it all the way through if you can. Like it, comment on it, share it, repost it, all the things. But you've got to watch it from the For You page. So you're just going to have to follow me and then you're just going to have to flick through until you see me on the For You page, because otherwise it doesn't count. I don't get paid for views unless it's from the For You page and you watch for at least 5 seconds. That is how TikTok works. I think you can do it from search now. I feel like you can do it from search, actually. I think they changed it. If you search me and then watch the video. Ooh, I'll have to Google that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Sunday. Hope you all have a wonderful, relaxing... I'm going to be out in the sun, I think, in a minute. I go live in the morning, so I'll see you tomorrow morning. Sometimes I take a day off. Don't panic if I take a day off. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, you know what? I just want to lay in bed. But yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Have a wonderful day, everyone on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. See you later.